Alright, we are going into a Kraken game. Get my one daily Kraken game that I'm going to be doing out of the way. As I said in the last video, maybe 2 videos ago, I'm going to be doing one of every monster and then Gorgon for any other monster games that I play. So Gorgon will still be my main, but I want to play every monster a little bit, except for Behemoth. I don't want to touch Behemoth for the time being. Alright, so we got Tech Sergeant Hank. I have not played enough against him. I think this might be like my second game against him. His orbital's pretty annoying. Could be pretty annoying against Kraken as well, I don't know. My Kraken is going to be just as rusty as my Goliath, and I don't really like the Dam. But they have a full silver team except for one bronze on their team. They play pretty good. Same people that I played the last 3 games. Kraken has received some nerfs. I think that's kind of why I stopped playing Kraken as much as I used to. It was used so much in pro games that it got a lot of nerfs. And although it was still viable, I don't know, I just liked playing Wraith more. A lot of people think that Wraith is only used to kind of like cheese and run till 3. And I think she's fine the way she is. I think she has significant amount of damage to get wins at stage 2. Like a lot of the time I get wins at stage 2 on Wraith. Definitely like either my favorite or my second favorite monster right now is still Wraith. But a lot of people don't like playing against her, so I have been playing a lot more Gorgon. And Gorgon's just a lot of fun. I love the wall pouncing even though I haven't done it a ton. It has a really high skill ceiling. Alright, so I got birds just then, which is kind of bad for me. I'm gonna kind of double back here because they probably picked a different path when they saw those birds, as you can see right there. And I'm hoping none of them catch me, because this could create a good amount of distance here. So I don't like to sneak a whole lot against Daisy, but this is one circumstance where I will. Just because I really don't like this Dune Beetle. I need this buff, so I'm going to try to waste a little bit of extra time to... I'm going to lure the Doom Beetle over here and then sneak back to the corpse. Should create a bit of distance from the Doom Beetle before he notices. Or not. Maybe I'll just kill it. Alright, that was actually a lot quicker. I should have just killed it to begin with. I usually don't mess with Doom Beetles because they're not worth it. Or at least I don't think they're worth it. And they're really good at kicking hunters around. So I'm evolved ready now. I'm not sure where I want to take the fight. I'm kind of looking at these pillars here. See where I might want to take a fight. This area up in here is pretty good because there's a lot of loops. So I'm okay with proccing birds. So Hank has got everybody shielded. It actually makes it pretty easy to see who the support is, because he's going to be the only one that's not shielded. But yeah, I have not played a whole lot against Hank. They actually went completely around me and didn't even notice me, and I was within like 10 meters of them, so if they continue to go that way I might be able to get a free evolve. I always try this and it always backfires on me. But I think I'm going to go for it again. It's not usual that you can juke them that hard, and she wasn't following Daisy, so it might take them a second to realize that I'm not back in that corner anymore. At least I got one of those. I wanted to get the whole pack of them so I could eat them right after I evolved. But let's see how this goes. I hope that they don't find me. I'm gonna do an Aftershock build. I've seen it done before. I used to actually do it. It used to be my go-to build. But I switched away from it because I didn't think it was as good. Do I want to switch out my CDR with movement speed? Probably. early enough into the match that I think it'll be useful. Oh, they're right here. I got fully armored up, I'm okay with it. This is a good place for fights because there's a lot of, I can use these pillars for cover. I'll mitigate a bit, but I probably will do a little bit of fighting as well. Go after Hank. That's another thing that I'm not too good on with Kraken, is actually tracking cloaked hunters. You're so far away that it's pretty hard to figure out where they're going. Kraken's not great at that. I'm hitting a few people with Aftershock. I should have probably done my build that I'm at least a little bit more comfortable with more recently. I haven't done Aftershock in a long time, a couple months at least. But it's pretty good. It takes 2 full jetpack bursts away to get out of an Aftershock, so a lot of the time people don't have that much jetpack available to them. I might have actually hit that lightning strike, I don't know, it's pretty close. And even when they do, you can follow up with other attacks pretty nicely. I'm actually not sure. I haven't played Kraken a whole lot since they rebalanced the abilities a couple months ago. I'm not sure exactly how I should build him. If I don't go like 3 into Aftershock at stage 2, I don't know if I should put 1 into it or if it's not even worth it. It used to be something that you put all 3 into or you didn't use it at all. I can't believe they're so close to me. They have Mega Mouth as well, which means their dome is probably almost off of cooldown. So I need to get out of here the best I can. Ooh, they actually threw the dome. They were really trying for it. I've beat them the last 2 games, so they're probably really aggressively trying to get a win. That would have been a really good dome if they did get it, because I was so low on armor. I find it hard to create distance on the dam. That's why I don't like the map very much. I think it's because there's so many different ways that the hunters can take to get to wherever they want to on the map. Like there's so many caverns that link everything together. There's not really any big geometry that gets in the way that you can juke them with. Like the map is similar in like it's like I don't know. It's like circular like Fusion Plant, but Fusion Plant has that big Sloth Alley area that you can use to juke the Trapper. I don't really see that on the dam. You can kind of use the river and like the different elevations to force them to use a little bit extra jetpack, but it's not really enough. So I didn't actually check just that time to see if they still had the buff, but I don't want to fight them when they do have it. Another thing that they changed is that you only get more Banshee Mines when you level up Banshee Mines. I used to always leave it at level 1. It might be worth actually taking at least 2 points in it so you can have 2 active Banshee Mines. Or even 3 points in it, I don't know. Only being able to have 1 isn't that great. I could take a dome here. It's not a bad area. Get this pillar. Okay, they did throw it. So I'm not doing too bad right now. Looks like Hank is staying out of the dome. That's smart for Tech Hank, actually. Since he already has his shields up, he can wait until I start focusing on a target. The thing that I'm not sure of with Tech Hank is if I can just focus through his shielding, because it's not as strong single target shielding, and if I could just go after Rogue Bell specifically. I'm not really sure. They're doing pretty good this fight though. I kind of have to back off a little bit. And use this as some cover. Should be able to mitigate most of the damage in this dome. That little beam that Attack Hank has does quite a bit of damage. The way that I personally view Tank Hank right now, and this is with almost no experience fighting with or against him, but I think that his shield is a little bit weaker. It's good when you first go into a fight, but in longer fights it's weaker. His orbital is, I think, better against most monsters. Because if you put it down and the ally teammate, his ally hunter, just stands near it, the monster can't really get close enough to do anything. Or else he's going to take significant damage too, so it's a really good peel for a hunter and it lasts quite a while. And I don't know, his laser cutter is probably similar, it just looks like it's dealing more damage. Alright, so they're probably going to go back to the relay. I would say this is probably an even game, maybe I'm slightly behind. I think we're going to use this game a little to test a little bit. And maybe see if I can focus through Rogue Veil. I mean, we'll see who's more exposed, I guess. But I want to see if I can focus through Tech Hank's shield. I don't think there's a whole lot of buffs left on the map. They got Megamouth, I got CDR. Nomad I don't think was here. Or if it was, maybe they got it, I didn't really notice. I think I got movement speed as well, so most of the buffs are gone, if not all of them. There might be like birds or a reaper or something. So we'll see if I can do that test. We'll see if Rogue Veil's out in the open. Or if it's going to be just easier to go after Hank. Because I'm really not sure how to treat Tech Hank. I can treat him just like a defensive support, which he kind of is. Or I can try to focus through the shield and see if that's possible. Trying to figure out where they're all set up. Looks like they're all just up on top. Alright. There's that stupid orbital. The fact that it follows so quickly is pretty crazy. Like, that's pretty strong. I guess it doesn't last as long as I thought it did, though. It's already gone. I should have ran. I didn't have any armor when this dome went down. It's gonna be a problem. Alright, I got Hank though. Ooh, I actually hit with that. Still taking this dome without any armor is doing a lot of damage to me. Val's doing a pretty good job staying alive. Yeah, she had heal burst that whole time too. Yeah, it's way too much damage. I might actually die here. I'm so low. Taking that dome was a huge mistake. I should have noticed that they were holding it. I was too focused on Tank Hank and what he was doing, trying to figure him out. I think I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. Is that poison gonna kill me? Yep. Alright, well, I learned a few things. Got some Kraken practice. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time.